I'm going to read something I wrote down the other day. This place we live our lives in is a realm of infinite possibility. Now, it's funny, this sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? Yet I've found that coming into that realization more and more, it's actually quite a terrifying thought. To accept life's possibilities, we must accept the reality that we are living now is one of countless realities. We are choosing to live this life. With these attachments, these surroundings, everything is at our own discretion. But the reason it seems like such a profound thought is that it's a very scary thing to take responsibility and accept that it's all up to us. We can live as dormantly and as harmlessly as a caged animal, and most of us do. We've built this cage around us because it was too scary to comprehend taking on the universe in its entirety. We were wise to do so, as it takes a lot of wisdom to be able to accept this and not have it terrify you. It was wise at the time to put our cage, or liken this to our identity or an ego. It was very wise at the time to put up this cage or ego because we had no way to take on the void. No way to take on this limitless expanse we've been dropped into. But after some decades, we may reach a point where we question this thing we've built around ourselves. We can begin to feel the bars that we've constructed. What was initially built to keep us safe now shackles us. We now want freedom, or think we want it. We have to be willing, and we also simultaneously have to acknowledge the tremendous responsibility it will place on ourselves. The biggest acknowledgement would have to be that your experience as you right now is ethereal. It will end. By your choice or not. This cage will keep you from disappearing into the everything. Our attachment to this cage is the only material thing of this world that you can attach to. Did that make sense? Let me just reread that in my head. So we have to acknowledge that our experience of the world is something transitory. It's my experience of me as I am in this moment is fleeting, and eventually we'll be much older, we'll die, and this is not I mean, it could be we can die at our own hand or we can die naturally, but either way, it's not really, it's not the choice we want to make. This cage we built kept us from disappearing into the everything. Our attachment to this cage, to the identity, to the ego, is the only material thing of this world that we can actually attach to, or that we can seem to have tricked ourselves into attaching to. Whether or not we can even depart completely with this cage, I don't even know if that's possible as a human, but ultimately it seems that our core consciousness I'm just struggling to read my own. I really have no idea. Ultimately, it seems that our core consciousness says we. Just W-E. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Ultimately, it seems that at our core consciousness, we are an incredibly wise species. If we evolve to the stage where we can truly become enlightened, then it will happen naturally, with time. But to get there, we must work. It is up to us how much work we do to find the key and escape out of the cage. And the beautiful part about this is because each of us has created the cage around us. We each have the key inside of us. Inside of ourselves. Until I find mine, I'm going to keep acting authentically and in line with my own undeniable truth that although our senses create illusions that on the surface suggest otherwise, we are united. Every single one of us. Everything is united in a play of form. That's pretty much it. To sum up, I'm trying to say that, well, I don't know, I wrote this a couple of days ago, but we have to be aware of our responsibility towards the future if we want to continue living in the present. But we also have to be aware that this is a natural process. Humans have naturally... This is just how we are. And we also have to accept that the fact that we know there's no absolute answer as to where our universe is going. So we have to accept that if one day our natural evolution is overcome, love is overcome by hate, and we destroy ourselves and the planet, then I'm not saying I want that to happen, and I actively endorse love and acceptance, but that's exactly it. I feel like the acceptance is the more enlightening aspect of it, and lions kill a lot of stuff. It might be in our nature to kill ourselves, I don't believe it is, but if one day we turn on the TV and it's saying that the nuclear weapons are coming, then we can take a moment and accept that nature is as nature is. Perhaps this was it. Anyway, not quite sure how I got there from this. I'm not going to write things down in order to tell you ever again. Not ever again, but I much prefer winging it.